It has been reported by The Athletic that DeWanna Bonner was courted by the Minnesota Lynx and actually chose the Indiana Fever over them. So there is an article going around, and this was actually going around yesterday, but I just wanted to touch on it today, that DeWanna Bonner was courted by the Minnesota Lynx and decided to go with the Indiana Fever. And according to this article, all 5 of last season's regular starters left during off-season's free agency, including 3 who had spent their entire careers, a collective 23 seasons, with the organization. One of those players, Aliyah Thomas, sought a move to a championship contender, Phoenix, with superior facilities. The Lynx also explored trading for Thomas, league sources told The Athletic, and looked at signing her fiancé and former Sun teammate DeWanna Bonner. Phoenix also heavily courted Bonner, league sources said, yet the desire to win immediately, among other factors, led Bonner to the Indiana Fever. For anybody who does not know, yes, Aliyah Thomas and DeWanna Bonner are partners, they are engaged, and they have played together for a very long time. They have been seen as kind of this package deal by the league so often, so it's very interesting to see them split apart and decide to go their separate ways, especially when they were courted by the same team. And this isn't just any other team, people. This is the Minnesota Lynx, who a lot of people feel were cheated out of the championship last season. So to hear a vet like DeWanna Bonner say that she wants to win now, she knows more than we do. She's the one talking to the front office, to the president, to Amber Cox. And so there's a lot of hope and inspiration for the aspirations of what the Indiana Fever want to do. But they did say, among other factors. And I'm sure there's been a lot of press about this, but there have been a lot of videos, there's been a lot of posts about this, but DeWanna Bonner's family does reside near Indiana, and in those 4 months, when she plays over in Connecticut, she is far away from them. She has mentioned only being able to see them once or twice in the season before, so I think that was a big factor in her deciding. But I gotta tell you, if I was deciding to, and DeWanna Bonner is 37 years old. She is coming to the end of her professional WNBA career, and if it were me, and I got to choose between playing with a great player like Napheesa Collier and a great player like Caitlin Clark, I would be thinking about brand recognition, because when she does decide to retire, if you are playing next to somebody with the motion, the media spotlight that Caitlin Clark has, that just ups your brand recognition. There are going to be a lot more eyes on DeWanna Bonner. There are going to be a lot more interviews, and she could possibly go into becoming an analyst or partner with more brands. And while playing next to a player like Napheesa Collier is no joke, I mean, it's probably a dream for a lot of people in the W. I think thinking ahead like this, thinking post-career, is what DeWanna Bonner was thinking, because truth be told, if you want to win immediately, I gotta say, the Lynx are the team to beat this coming season. I see them as high contenders for the championship, if not possibly winning the championship this year. They have quite a chip on their shoulders from losing last season. The New York Liberty are also a team to beat, but I do think that the Indiana Fever can be right up there with them. But Minnesota is not that far from Indiana. It would also not be that far from her kids. So I can't think that the marketability and brand awareness was not a factor in DeWanna Bonner's decision in choosing Indiana. As someone who has worked in brand and marketing myself, that's where my head would be going. And plus, I mean, who doesn't want every game that you play in to be a sellout? Who doesn't want to play in front of a crowd always cheering for them, home or away? And believe me, I am sure that DeWanna Bonner, when playing Indiana, felt those cheers on the other side and was given the option, do you want to be a part of that, or do you want to be a part of this? Not to mention, she has experience playing with Coach Stephanie White. There is a rapport there. She knows Keith Porter, the developmental coach, and she has the opportunity to bring up a lot of young players and really mentor them in a way that I don't think that she would have with the Minnesota Lynx. And with her size, something that Indiana lacked last season, with her perimeter game, with her being able to push through the paint, I only see great things coming for her in Indiana.